Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Pastor Larry, lead pastor at Life Community Church. And I wanted to come to you today to talk a little bit about June 19th, or what's commonly known as Juneteenth. It's a national holiday. It became a national holiday in June of 2021. But the question is, what is Juneteenth? I know for many Americans, it was a new concept. For those that may not have grown up closer or down south, this may not have been a very prominent holiday. But June 19th is the celebration of the last day that the enslaved Africans in America were notified that they were free. This all began by the Emancipation Proclamation. This was signed by Abraham Lincoln on the first day it became effective of 1863. What happened right before that is on the eve, or the Freedom's Eve of January 1st, all enslaved and free African Americans all came together to watch over one another until the 1st of January. It was what's called the first watch night service. That's where a lot of people of color have started every year on New Year's Eve doing what's called watch night services. They literally watched over one another so that Confederate soldiers or even bounty hunters could not take any African Americans back to the South to enslave them once again. So for that eve, they watched over one another. They cared for one another. They prayed, knowing that the Emancipation Proclamation, which was signed into effect by Abraham Lincoln, would begin, and now slavery would no longer be allowed in the Confederate States. But what happened is that when they got the news, they got on their pages, they got on their cell phones, and began to text their family and friends that they were free, right? No, it didn't happen that way. The word got out slowly. So as January 1st hit, soldiers, many of them were African American, were going to Confederate states to let them know what was happening. And they slowly would announce to individuals to let them know that slavery was no longer allowed and that they were free men, women, children. But the word took a little while to get. And so 1863, people are set free. 1864, the word is continuing to go out. And it's not until June 19th of 1865, 2.5 years later, that the southernmost enslaved state, a location called Galveston Bay, Texas, that approximately 2,000 troopers or soldiers reached that area to let approximately 250 enslaved African Americans, to let them know of the Emancipation Proclamation and that they were free. And it's on that day, June 19th, 1865, that there was a celebration that roared throughout Galveston Bay, Texas. And that celebration was done annually to celebrate the idea that they were free. Now, even though it was 2.5 years later, they still celebrated this Emancipation Proclamation, and this began to become a holiday within the African American culture, especially in that South area. And it's some 200 years later that we now as Americans get to celebrate as well the reverse of the travesty of slavery here in America. So when June 19th comes, when Juneteenth comes, I want you to remember all that happened on that day. Use it as a day of educating yourself, going to certain service projects. There's a lot of educational tours that go on this day as well, but take it as a day to educate yourself as Americans, knowing one another better. Well, I want you guys to have a great day. Take care. God bless. Know that we love you, but always know that Jesus loves you more. Talk to you soon.